3, 2, 1.
It's that time for everybody's family favorite real estate game.
Stump the parents?
No, very close. This real estate game is entitled for buyers who are for sellers who are wanting to sell their home, but they don't know what to do. So guess what? We created a game show, 10 questions, the one with the most points go. Let's go. So what do you got there? We got the buzzer. So 10 questions. We both know the answers. We'll see who's the quickest and who's the fastest, okay? We have our 2 scorekeepers down here. Benjamin will be keeping track for me. David will be keeping track for Mommy. Mommy's going down. We got Abigail and Shaw will be reading us the questions. 10 questions. Start. Here we go. Okay, first question.
How can new home construction help with selling my house and buying a new one?
Oh, that's me. I'm here. All right. So let's say you're looking to buy a house. You need to sell your house. You're like, what do I do? Oh, too many questions. So new home construction, let me tell you about this, folks. So new home builders, they build homes all the time. Just because it's being built doesn't mean that anybody owns it yet. We've done this before. You can buy a house. It's called spec houses. They build houses. They trick it out and probably most of the nice features and stuff. You can buy it after it's already built. So you can buy it at drywall, maybe just before construction. By doing that, we'll give you the option. You'll know exactly when you'll close and then when you can move in, and then you can know when to sell your house. Of course, this takes into the fact that you can buy 2 houses at the same time and are comfortable with carrying 2 mortgages possibly. But spec homes, new home construction, very good market, very good chance. As always with new home construction, never show up there without a real estate agent. Make sure you bring somebody because unfortunately, if you don't come with a realtor, guess who represents you? The new home builder. So there we go. All right. Score after 1 is Daddy has 1 and Mommy has 0.
And Daddy needs duct tape. Okay.
All right, go. Next question.
Is buying land and building a home an option?
Yes.
What?
Yes, buying land and building a home is an option. It's going to take a little bit of time because the land is not prepared. When you're doing the new home construction, the ground is already prepared. It's already been cleared, the pipes have been laid, the street layout is there. When you're doing it on your own, you're going to have to make sure that the land is cleared and graded, taking into account any saguaros on the property because they are federally protected. And you'll want to interview a couple of builders to get your design, whether it's going to be a complete custom or if it's going to be a pre-existing floor plan. In short, yes.
It is an option. So there you go. All right. So after round 2, it is tied 1-1.
Rental homes as a short-term option.
Yes. Oh, no, this is not one word question
No,
answers.
you got to explain it a little bit.
So in a market like this, yes, rentals are also in short supply and the prices are a little jacked up. But in our Northwest Tucson market, actually all of our Southern Arizona market right now, you could sell at the high point right now and get yourself a rental until the market calms down and then purchase your new home. So you get the most bang for your buck in your sale, but you wouldn't be paying the inflated prices on the buy.
Yeah, and unfortunately with that option, you would have to move twice. But, if you have some good movers or if you're really strong.
Or if you're a minimalist.
Yeah, minimalist construction, that could actually work out really well,
When you have to move.
All
so
right.
I get a point, he gets a half point.
I get a half a point?
Yeah.
All right. So it's 1.5 to 2. Charlotte's got the next question.
What is the typical duration of closing? Can we extend it out further?
Oh, that's a tie. David, who won that one? Oh.
I'll give you ice cream.
I saw Mom.
All right, so.
What?
It was Dad.
Okay, it's Daddy.
It's Daddy. So typical duration, right now, loans are taking a little bit longer to close because appraisers are so busy. They're so swamped. Right now, it's taking a good 45 days to close escrow. So, yes, could we ask them to extend it out to possibly 50, 60, 70 days? Yeah. Yes, except when we do that, we run into loan conditions and stuff, if we extend it too far out, you're going to have to get requalified for that mortgage. And right now, most typical sellers are not wanting to extend it any further than they have to. But yes, it is an option. Why not ask for it? Worst thing they can say is yes. So go ahead and do it. So
flip side of the coin, now if you're not involving a lender, if you're doing this cash option, you can close in a week, 2 weeks, 10 days, because we often waive the appraisal on cash buys.
Correct. The only thing you run into is if there's an HOA, they sometimes drag their feet. So yeah, 2 to 3 weeks, yeah, you can probably get in there quicker. So
pretty quick with this cash.
I need to sell my house in order to buy. What are my options if I don't want to move twice?
Ooh, Trisha got that one.
Trisha got that. You were slow on purpose.
No.
Go ahead.
So you need to sell your house in order to buy. What are my options if you don't want to move twice? All right. Perfect example, because we did this last year. Last year it was, Memorial Day weekend. Trisha comes up to me in the middle of the night and goes, you know what? I have a great idea. We need to sell our house and buy our house.
Yep.
It's a great time to do it.
Yeah.
And my first response is, I don't want to move twice. I only want to pack this stuff up once, move it to the new house. So you know what we did? We made it work. So what we did is the buyers that bought our old house, we said, hey, you know what? We'll give you a little bit of money. We want to stay in it for an extra week after we close in order to get our stuff out, have our other house moved, and then we can get in there. And ironically, they said yes, they were okay with it. We gave them a little bit of money, and we can work. So yes, there is ways to make this work. We can get you without having to move twice.
So basically, you are renting your now former home from the new owners for that very short amount of time.
So yes, it is doable. So half a point to mommy.
Oh, I don't need a half a point. That's fine.
All right, give her a quarter of a point. I'll take a point. There we go. All right. Next question, Charlotte.
What do I do if I cannot find my ideal home in my preferred area of
Go for it.
So in a market like this, it's best not to fall in love with a single home. The homes are going very fast. You might not find your ideal home. We can always look higher, look lower. Well, higher within reason. Mm-hmm. We can widen your area.
So let's say I want to live in Oro Valley, and there's nothing in Oro Valley. What would I do? Do I just sit at home and not do anything?
Wah, wah.
No.
So 85737 Oro Valley.
Right.
But there's nothing there.
Right. So what do? So you can go look at
right to the edge.
You can look at 85704, which boundaries up to it. You could look at, does 85658 boundary up to it? Or?
Yeah, from this side.
Yep, 85658. So we can get you close to it. Now you might not have the Oro Valley city name in your mailing address, but you'll be close enough that you'll be able to still enjoy all the benefits of Oro Valley without having to actually live in Oro Valley. Fun fact here, the last 2 buyers that we helped, buyer number 1, we wrote 9 contracts before we finally got one accepted. The second one, we wrote 5 contracts. So it takes time. They found it. It takes a little bit of time, but it does work. So there we go. Point for mommy.
Quarter point for daddy.
And we got Abigail up here with the next question.
What is a bridge loan? What would this help us get a new house?
All right, because I didn't know what a bridge loan is. So a bridge loan is, ironically, let's just say you qualify for, you own your house now with a mortgage, and you qualify for a second house, right? But let's say you don't have the down payment, or you don't have the closing costs to close out one of the 2 loans. You can get what the bank calls a bridge loan, which is just a temporary loan that helps fund one or the other, and it immediately gets paid off when the 1 or 2 both deals close. Highly confusing. You need to talk to a professional on this one, because I didn't even know what a bridge loan was. I thought it was just something they made believe, but they do exist. Possibly, I really don't know. So
talk to your financial advisor. Financial advisors, we are not.
No, there's actually a line in the purchase contract that says we know nothing. So literally, basically, we know nothing. So we're going to give you advice, but it's up to you to actually make sure we know what we're talking about. So there we go. All right, point for daddy.
Point for daddy.
All right, Charlotte's got our next question.
I cannot afford a new mortgage. Would the sellers help finance the new loan?
Maybe. It really depends. So It depends on the position of the sellers. So they might just be breaking even. They might be losing money on this sale because they have to move. So it depends on the seller. If we find the perfect storm and there is a seller that can carry the loan, yes, absolutely. Though it's few and far between.
No, that's true. Yeah, it's seller financing is out there. It's rarer and rarer nowadays, but it does happen. So
the only thing you want to be careful with is with a seller finance. So with institutional lenders, they have limits and there's checks and balances. If you're doing personal financing, having the seller finance you, they get to set their own parameters. So they might be charging you 20% interest.
Yep.
Just got to keep it in mind. But yeah, it's an option for sure.
Yep. So a point to whomever, I don't know. So give us each a point.
No.
Yeah, give mommy a point.
No, give me a point.
All right.
No.
I have one.
Yep, you have this one and this one. So we have 2 left. So
We're going to cut all that out.
we're just gonna this is just the title here. So we're just gonna do this. We've done 8. It's late on Sunday. We don't know what day of the week it is. So
It's Sunday. It's Pentecost. That's why we're all in red.
so we have 2.
Nope.
No.
What, did you just pick your nose?
No.
Oh my gosh.
All right, we got 2 things left. So the number 1 thing, submit a contingent offer.
What does that mean?
That simply means that you write an offer to buy a house contingent on you selling your house.
What does that mean? Contingent on.
Contingent on. So that means that you have to
Explain it to David.
so basically that means you need to bring somebody to buy your house and it needs to officially close so that the funds for that house can be used to buy your house. That's a very popular thing back in the day. Not so much now because there's so much cash flying around. But, we've tried to do it before. That's how we actually bought our house last July. It was contingent on one or the other, and they did go for it. So this market being so quick, but that is a way. Submit a contingent offer. So, write it up, see what they say. Worst thing they can do is say yes. So there we go.
With the rising home values, can I take out a home
Equity.
line of credit for the down payment on my new house?
Yes.
Yes, you can. This is actually a very popular thing to do right now
Yes.
with rising home values or inflated home values, depending on what you look at it. Yes, that's assuming that you can qualify for 2 mortgages. So, yes, you could take out the equity from this house, take out 10 or 20% of your house, put that down for the down payment for your new house, and then that home equity line of credit and your other mortgage simply get paid off when you sell your house. So, yes, it is a popular option, but you should consult with the financial planner.
Consult with your financial advisor because you need to take in consideration all of the fees involved in this and whether you have enough equity to start with to take out a HELOC, home equity line of credit.
So now as the 2 boys add up our totals, I have a disclaimer here that I'm going to read. They are just, the options presented here are just a few of the options that we have seen successful buyers use to buy and sell in today's competitive market. All of these options have pros and cons, which should be carefully considered before writing offers on properties. It is important to connect with an experienced real estate agent in order to determine which strategy will work best for you. So, who do you contact? Us. There you go. So there we go. On Daddy's side, Daddy has 5 3/4, and Mommy has 5 1/2. Wow.
I guess you're going to have to share your prize with me. What's the prize?
I don't know. I haven't gone grocery shopping yet, so I'm going to figure that out right now. So,
yay!
thanks
Thanks for
all.
playing.
Thanks for all tuning in. I know this is a little bit long and stuff. I hope you guys made it through it all. Questions, concerns, let us know. See you on the next round. Bye.
Ben, go hit that little red button.
There's
Boop.